Alright, what is up? This is Slow Plays, and I am here today for some more Demon Slayer, the Hinokami Chronicles 2 DLC updates and news. I'm pretty excited because Akaza, alright, Akaza from Infinity Castle is actually going to be the upcoming next character. We had the official confirmation, I think like about a month ago, that we were getting Zenitsu from the Infinity Castle as the next DLC, which is coming out next week. I believe it's like either Monday or Tuesday. It's December 2nd when that's going to be dropping. Really hyped for it because, you know, the seventh form, the Thunder God, flaming dragon breathing, or whatever the name of it is, that move is going to be beautiful. And he already looks really good overall. And, you know, we're going to be able to recreate that fight versus Kaigaku, who was the first DLC character that we got about a month ago. So it seems that they're releasing these kind of by a monthly basis. Sometimes it's a little bit later on schedule than, you know, we would hope, but December 2nd, it's pretty much at the very end of this month. When it comes to Akaza, people, this is how people react whenever they see the same character being integrated into the game as DLC. They're like, well, what is he going to do differently? Now, for those of you that have watched the movie and have, you know, seen everything, or you've even read the manga, right? You know he does new shit, right? We'll go over that in just a second here. But first and foremost, let's go ahead and jump into Zenitsu. All the information that you need to know about it. He's going to be the second DLC character. Here's the official render of what he looks like. We already got a first look at what Akaza looked like in it. He's, you know, just got a different pose for the most part. Overall, he does look the same. Again, it's mainly his animations and techniques that he uses in the movie specifically that, you know, they're going to be doing. Now, the interesting thing about this that I want to go over real quick is that they switched up the release schedule for Akaza. He was initially, I mean, at least from what they were planning, from Kaigaku's trailer, if I'm not mistaken, it shows that the Infinity Castle Akaza was going to be the final character, right? Which I think was an interesting choice, like, just to begin with, just because, I mean, I understand he's kind of like the main character of that movie, other than, like, you know, Tanjiro and shit, but that's really late. So I do appreciate and I like the fact that they are switching it up, but it's kind of weird why they changed this. Okay, the only reason I can think of is to give people some, you know, more demons early, and have Doma being, you know, the most creative, different, right? A completely new demon playable character. Like here, I think the way that they did this is because they wanted to have a demon every, you know, few DLCs, right? So first you have, you know, you start off with a brand new demon, Kaigaku. Then you have Zenitsu, which would follow because that's the character he fought, right? Then we have Akaza. Then it goes Tanjiro. Then it's Giyu. And then it's Shinobu. And then Doma, right? So for, I mean, at least from what we're seeing here, for 3 DLCs, right? You know, sequentially, we're going to be having, you know, the same characters. Obviously, they're going to have the new techniques that they use and all the animations from the movie, right? But we're getting Tanjiro, Giyu, and then Shinobu, and then Doma seems to be the final character, okay? From what I saw at the very end of the trailer, which we're going to watch here in just a second, that's the situation. So let's go ahead and check out Zenitsu's trailer just real quick, just to get a refresher on anything. They already showed more gameplay than this during Kaigaku's fight. I believe there was a stream of it. I mean, you can watch it on my channel. There's a full, you know, gameplay showcase of it. It doesn't show everything for him, but I mean, you're getting the overall first look, right? And they don't show the full thing, right? Obviously, they're not showing the flaming thunder god or whatever. So yeah, as you can see right here, I know it's in Japanese because they haven't released an English trailer yet. They'll probably release that next week, right at the beginning, probably on either Sunday or Monday. Now, here's the order of it. I already did the translation, so I'll just tell you the order. It's what I just initially said. So Akaza is going to be the 3rd character. 4th character will be Tanjiro. Then it's going to be Giyu as 5th. 6th will be Shinobu. And then Doma is going to be the final character, right? Again, interesting choice that they decided to change it up a little bit, but here are some screenshots, some, I mean, higher quality screenshots, because that fucking, that clip that they had on Twitter was deep fried. I mean, you've already seen the, you know, trailer in full 4K quality. It's on my channel if you want to check it out for yourself. So here's the first initial appearance of him. It's just nice to see him where he's serious, locked in, and his eyes are fucking open, okay? The other two versions that we have of him, I think his eyes have always been closed. I mean, at least for the Entertainment District variant, which I just, I mean, it's cool. He can, you know, at least swap out the outfits. But this is the Zenitsu that we want, okay? This is the one we've been waiting for. I mean, at least within the entire series, the anime, movies, whatever it may be. This is the version of him that he's at his peak, right? And he's fucking, like, he's a completely different character at this point, right? So, a couple more screenshots here. They look really, really good, right? CC2, you guys know, they cook like a motherfucker. So, let's go over what comes with Zenitsu for the Part 2 DLC. 550 yen. I'm not exactly sure what the conversion. I think it's like maybe $5 or whatever. If you're buying the individual character, which I know that is kind of pricey, but you have to keep in mind that, you know, the animations and the amount of like work that they put into these characters is kind of insane, right? So Tuesday, December 2nd, you'll probably be able to play them on Monday, like late Monday night. We got Zenitsu Infinity Castle Arc, 3 sheets of corpse ticket amounts that can be used with the corpse tickets, 3 quotes that can be used with the squad ticket, and 1 decorative card that can be used with the squad ticket, okay? We already went over the trailer and everything. So Part 3 for Akaza has been confirmed. I don't know why the translation here is all fucked up. Is that what his name is in English? It's a fucking aquarium. Like, for Kaigaku, it says Mount Kajidake, or I don't fucking know how to pronounce that, right? So they don't have the full information or anything on it, but I'm going to be going into a little bit of spoilers because I want to kind of speculate and everything with Akaza, because I mainly wanted to talk about Akaza in this video. Again, with Zenitsu, we kind of know everything. Like, we know he's coming. We've seen gameplay. Like, we know everything about this. When it comes to him, again, like I said at the beginning of the video, some people, okay, who maybe just play the games and don't understand why they're doing the same character again, okay? You don't know how anime games are, right? They're going to have specific different variants from either different arcs or movies and stuff, that they have these, you know, special techniques, new things that they learn and utilize, right? So when it comes to Akaza, like I said, we're gonna get in spoilers, so you can click off this video if you don't want to see this part, right? Do it now, because I'm gonna be getting into it. He uses this technique, okay, against Gyu here, the chaotic blue metal afterglow, right? This is the special, I mean, at least from what I remember in the film, right? I've only seen the film once, so unfortunately, there's no way to go back and like rewatch it right now. I don't know if I actually don't know if the movie's still in you know, theaters right now, but they haven't released it via streaming sites and shit. So that's the thing that sucks. So I won't be able to get a you know, a recap of it unless I just go through the manga. So this technique, okay, other than all the other new shit and animations that he does in the film, okay, which there are some other crazy things, right? This is probably the one that I'm looking forward to the most. He's 100%, he's gonna have this, right? And one thing that I know they're probably not gonna do, but it would be cool just for, you know, fun, is to have Hakuji, right? Who was his human form whenever he was a human before he became a demon. As that, like, have that as an outfit. Imagine, bro. Imagine, that would be so cool. It would be weird, though. And I know they wouldn't do it. They're not going to do it. I know they're not going to do it. But how peak would it be, right, if they added this on here? Because, you know, a lot of the demons, with the exception of probably Daki, like, she's the only one. And all it is just a black hair, you know, variant of her white hair version for the most part. But I mean, in a sense, this would be kind of a similar thing. It would be cool, man. I know they're not going to do it, but yeah, Akaza is going to be awesome, right? He's one of the, you know, best characters, not just demons. I'm saying in general. After you see that movie, he's literally one of the best characters, has the coolest fighting style out of any of the demons, in my opinion, just because he literally is he's just all fists, right? Like, he's there to beat your ass. And, like, in the movie, I mean, again, spoilers, he beats his own ass. Like, he beats everyone's ass so much that he even beats his own ass. Like, you know how fucking savage and just peak you have to be as a character to do that shit? Like, this is why we already love this character in terms of him being a villain or a demon, and then you see his backstory and everything in the movie, and you're just like, okay, bro, like, come on. Like, you're actually him. All right, he's him. So my prediction for the release date is going to be probably early January. It could be maybe mid-January, just depending on if they just, you know, need extra time or whatever it may be. But so far, they've been releasing these on a monthly basis. So yeah, I'm expecting maybe the first or second week of January. You can quote me on that. I guarantee you it's going to be that soon. I mean, for some people, it's not going to be that soon. There's a whole month wait. Oh my God, I can't play Akaza, you know, fucking next day after I got Zenitsu, right? So yeah, that's the situation. That's what you need to know about for the Infinity Castle DLC's next 2 characters. And obviously, like I said, we'll have Tanjiro, then it's going to be Giyu, Shinobu, and then Doma will be the final character. Unless they change the schedule again, which they absolutely could. I just think the order of it... I guess it does make sense. It seems like now, you know, compared to the first game, they want to release the actual, like, heroes first. Or sorry, the villains first, and then the heroes instead of, you know, the opposite, what they were doing before. Because they had, I believe, Daki and Gyotaro, they were, I believe, the final characters that they at least dropped for the first game, right, for the DLC. So now they're trying to do it in a different order. But it looks like Doma at least will still be the final character, which I guess that makes sense just because his, you know, arc and him as a character, he hasn't been, you know, he's not dead yet. Obviously, you know, spoilers and everything, right? He's still there, and we're going to be seeing more from him in, you know, the next movie, right? So I think that's why, because Akaza's, you know, his arc concludes in this movie. So that's probably why they're trying to do it in order like that, which I guess that does actually make sense. So thanks for watching. Be sure to drop a like, subscribe here on the channel, ring my notification bell, hit up the hype points if you're excited for Zenitsu, the new Zenitsu, the Zenitsu that everybody's going to be using, right? Have a great day. Peace.
This is Broly, and you are watching Slow Plays. Make sure to subscribe, or else I'll destroy your entire planet.